Hello valued viewers, I hope you're doing wonderfully well. A couple of weeks ago we did our first PvE battle using Olympus, the system that allows us to act as a god, as a Zeus, to control AI assets. That was very much air-to-air. I put all my guys in a zone and I chucked copious amounts of air-to-air assets at them using the Olympus Zeus controls. Today we're doing our second battle and it's going to be very different. In this case, Olympus is not going to control air assets but ground assets, in particular surface-to-air missiles. Here we have a SAM network in Syria. It's mixed types and they are layered, a layered SAM network. As standard in vanilla DCS, although they are a network, they are not IADS, Integrated Air Defense System. An IADS would mean that they would all work in conjunction with each other to act as a team, and they don't really do that in DCS. They just act as standalone assets, and that's a massive difference. As well as that, each standalone asset in vanilla DCS is pretty stupid. It sits and it scans the sky, emitting radiation, basically waiting to be shot. They're almost just targets in DCS in some ways. Well, that's great, but that's not how a real SAM network works. A real SAM operator doesn't want to get shot by a giant warhead. He wants to stay alive, just as the fighter fighting against him wants to stay alive. And that's what we're going to try and simulate today. So, today is the Grim Reapers, in their jets obviously, against a human-controlled IADS network. It's going to be interesting. We have no idea if it's going to work. Obviously, it's the first time we've tried it, but hopefully it will. Today's mission is super simple. The target for today is Damascus airfield. We've got to get to that. But stopping us is a huge Syrian SAM network. Let's go from the outside in. All the way back here is an SA-5, NATO name Gammon, Russian name S-200. It has a huge range of 160 miles. You can see the range ring here. It covers half of Israel, as they do in real life. Out of interest, this is a very old 1960s SAM, but they're still used. In fact, one shot an Israeli F-16I down in 2018. So these are not to be sniffed at still. Next, the medium-range SAM part of the layer. We have an SA-10 here. SA-10 Grumble. Russian name S-300. Medium-range SAM, multi-purpose. It has a range of about 70 miles, shown by this range ring here. Next, 6 SA-6 Gainfuls. Russian name Kub. Low to medium range. We've got one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. They are relatively old technology, I think 1960s, but still, if you get within 15 miles, you can easily get shot down by them. Then we go in for the close range stuff, the SHORAD. Protecting our 4 SA-15 gauntlets, Russian name Tor, range about 5 miles. If you manage to fool all of that are these. MANPADS, shoulder-launched IR-guided missiles, SA-18. Total 16 SAM systems. We have got to beat that system. We've not got to bomb anything per se, because this is all about beating the system. We've just got to get our aircraft to or over Damascus. Our aircraft will be, as you probably guessed, SEAD aircraft, F-16 carrying harm targeting systems, HARMS, and F-18s carrying HARMS themselves. We don't know who is going to be the Olympus operator yet, but let me show you how to control it. Right, I've popped up the Olympus overlay of a live mission on the Grim Reapers server here. Control is very simple, guys. If we zoom in there, first you need to take control of these mission editor created assets. You'll do that by clicking on the padlock there until it's red. I now have control over them. In terms of controlling the units, I would suggest not zooming in too far. Do not zoom in so far that you can see the individual assets. That could cause problems. So go to a zoom level where you just see the master asset like that. If I want to click on an asset, left click. I've set it to this rule of engagement, but as standard, they're actually on this rule of engagement. Otherwise, the only control you will need is this. Unit active. Is it active? Yes. Or is it not active? No. If it's not active, then it will have Zs next to it. It's now sleeping. It will not be emitting its radiation, and that will mean that we cannot target it with our HARMS, and any HARMS that are airborne in the air will not be able to hit it. Want to turn it back on? It's no longer sleeping. Now, note, Olympus operator. In Olympus, it will just be on and off instantaneously. In DCS, because it's highly modeled, it takes time to de-energize and re-energize systems. Some systems up to a minute or 2 minutes. So you've got to bear in mind there will be a massive lag for that reason. A manpad, zero lag. an S300 giant system, maybe a minute. That's really it. You've got to decide when to turn your systems on and off. You've got to do it fairly smartly. If you have them all off, then you won't see us airborne and you won't know when to turn them on and off. So you've got to be smart. For instance, you might have your S200 radar turned on so that you can see the aircraft, but the others off. And then you can use this to know where we are, and then these to turn on at the last minute and kill us. Or you may have this one on instead to act as an EWR, and these ones suddenly turn on to kill us. That's completely up to you. You do not actually have control of when the missiles fire or who they fire at. We don't have that control in DCS. You're just going to turn them on and off intelligently, guys. We will isolate you on comms so you will not hear us and we will not hear you, and we've got to try and beat you. Welcoming viewers, today's pilots are Fire, Simba, Matrix, Cap, Saber, Fly, Cannibal, Bird, and Poosh is the evil overlord IADS. Loadouts, you can see there, Simba's got some J-Sows and a T-Pod. We've all got harms, obviously. And who's in the back in the bog? Matrix has got a bunch of towels, those are decoys. Hit me with a tactic for today, please.
Firing a harm here or there to keep the systems turning on and off. The 16s being able to use their data link and HTS pods to get a good PMG to where they can slew a targeting pod at it. I'm taking J-Sows so I can just sling J-Sows at it and turn away and duck behind. Because if he leaves it on long enough for us to get that coordinate position, he's going to have to turn it back on to try and shoot down the J-Sow.
Wow, this is complex.
Which leaves it open to another harm. So it's all about kind of timing a harm going in around the same time that a J-Sow is going to get there.
So it's a real cat and mouse in December. So you're saying from our anti-radiation pods, or our ELINT pods you can call them, listening to their radiation, we could get a coordinate to slew our optical T-pod onto it to fire that way.
Yes.
We haven't made a video about this, have we? No, we should do that at some point. I didn't even know you could do that. So what he's saying, viewers, is to use our anti-radiation to pinpoint their position and keep them busy, but then feed that information to optical systems, that T-pod there, to gain a lock kind of optically. That's not quite true, but it's near enough. And then fire these weapons, which are not based on radiation, they're based on GPS positioning without radiation. That is very clever, Simba.
Yeah, another tip is to let the F-18 launch a few decoys first before you start letting rip. So hopefully the radar spots them, lights up, and then you've got some targets to shoot at.
Remember, we're fighting a human, so do not launch them like they're AI. Launch one at a time, then move, then launch another. If you launch all 6 together or whatever, you'll know that they're decoys, so be smart with them, guys. Take off one by one, do not take off in formation, spool to full before you unleash your toe brakes. You've only got 4,000 feet, and cap off.
Fire rolling.
Simba rolling.
Bird rolling.
Okay, I got up to 200 knots before the end, so we should just about make it, guys.
Flag rolling.
Alright.
Cannonball.
Airborne
rolling.
Simba's airborne.
Well done, boys. Heading of... I've told the boys that we're not allowed to cheat by, for instance, going round the back. Obviously, we could do that, but that's not what today's about. I've only simulated this area here, so we're going to beat this area here. Heading of 045, guys. You can see that we're already in the range of the gammon here. That's the S300 and the SA6s and so on.
Fire's going to go south a little bit to get some altitude outside of the engagement zone.
Air to ground. No fighters today to worry about, of course.
Yeah, I'm not getting any RWR return.
Yep. Well, when's he going to turn them on? I have told him that he has to have at least one on at some point because it's the only way he can see us. Otherwise, we're invisible and we can literally just go and win the mission. It will take him a while to warm them up, so don't get frustrated, guys.
That and this being a pre-planned mission, as far as we know that Damascus Airport is the target, you know, I already have that general direction to look at with the targeting pod.
Yes, you do. And out of interest, I've all put steer point 1 for you on that airfield, guys, just in case you need to use that for some reason.
Nails SA5.
All right, that's the gammon. He's opened the gammon up. That's the big one, viewers.
I will go and make myself a target for him.
Just wait.
I have a clamshell.
Russian.
That's SA10. Right, here they go, viewers.
16s all, make sure your data link transmit is to TNDL.
Good call, good call. Our viewers is a tin shield, that's the radar for the Gammon. Now, the higher we go, the more vulnerable we are to SAMs. What kind of altitude are you guys thinking?
High enough to keep his attention, low enough to stay safe.
15 to 20, guys.
Yeah, Matrix is going up to about 30 to get these decoys off.
Roger, you need that. Viewers, the balance is, the higher we go, the more range we have on our weapons, but the more vulnerable we are. That's the SA-10 there, viewers, clamshell, and what's the other one? Big Bird, radars. I can cheat here, but I can't see any of the SAM, so I also can't cheat, viewers, to show where roughly they are. As you would probably know anyway, Intel would tell us roughly where the SAMs are.
If you can get the clamshell, it disables the ability of the SA-10 to launch.
In case you're not familiar how this works, viewers, I get a rating there between 1 and 5, and that's my accuracy of knowing where that SAM is. It's currently 5, so it's not very accurate. Clamshell's coming into picture. All PMG 5s, not that it matters at the moment anyway. That's the range of my weapon at current parameters. Right.
You turn the clamshell off.
Turn the clamshell off. Well, that's a Bush decision. SA-6s, none of them active at the moment. I suspect he's using the tin shield to draw us in, and he'll use the Coups to kill us. And that's what they did in 1991. The Iraqis, they would draw them in with the long-range radars, turn on the Coups, and try and shoot the planes down. Luckily, US Air Force is very good at dodging Coups.
Matrix is ready to launch.
Again, don't spam all 12 out, Matrix, because they'll look like decoys. So do a little translation, fire another one. Do a little translation, fire another one. All Poosh will see on his radar is a bunch of blips. Right.
Nails.
He's turned a Coupe on, he's turned a Coupe on. Not that it matters, because we're well out of Wes. Or are we? Are we out of Wes? Yeah, we are.
I make sure I put my jammer on.
There's an SA-6 on.
Roger.
3 away.
Thank you, Matrix. Right, we've got our first decoys out now. As far as Poosh knows, these are just things. Aeroplanes. He thinks they're aeroplanes. They'll look like aeroplanes. So it'll be interesting to see if he tries to shoot them down. Well, actually, he won't really get a choice. His SAM operators will shoot them down. He's turned a whole load of emitters on. Luckily, viewers, the missiles firing at us today are relatively old. They are not track via missile, which means we will be warned when they're fired at us. If we didn't have that kind of tech, we have more modern tech, and Syria does have more modern missiles, say as Syad 3 and Syad 4 in real life, it would be much harder for us. They might even have an S-400, I can't remember.
Clamshell just lit up.
Roger, I can see you targeting Coups, but some of the Coups are in our footprint. Simba, can I have a pop at one of these Coups in my footprint?
Go ahead.
Alright, viewers, I've locked a Coupe that's in the Poosh is left on. Magnum. It's fire and forget, viewers, so I can now turn away. That Coupe there I've shot at. Right. Now I've got to make sure that missile hits before he turns it off.
I'm right that all the harm pods working together on the 6, right?
They can be used to improve your PMG, if that's what you're asking, yes.
Simba Matrix.
Go ahead.
I fired a towel towards the southernmost SAM-6 site.
Copy.
Visual, yeah, those are the towers, viewers. Here's my harm. High speed, I think, anti-radiation missile it's called. Old, but still being used today. It's a passive seeker, so they don't know it's been fired. They will see it on their radars, though. They can see missiles. Doesn't mean they can fire at them, but they can see them. I'm performing a radar notch now to make myself less desirable target. Right, so far Poosh has put up 2 SA-6s, the SA-5 and the SA-10. Note that there is a delay in our RWR system, and our HAD here. HDS, there's a massive delay we have to operate with, so some of this information may be up to date. Sorry, carry on.
Cannonball pickle on 6
What did
with
you
the
find?
JSOW.
Oh.
Which one?
Closest SA-6 to me.
Oh, there
I
he
found
is.
it on the TGP, so it's got a perfect target
Right,
on it.
he's fired a GPS INS weapon. He can't hide from that, can he?
Nope.
You can shoot it down, but he can't
shoot it
hide.
down. No scoreboard today, viewers, because that would be unrealistic. Give us unrealistic information. We're doing it almost milsim.
Simba, I believe that's the one we've been dating.
Saber's been
Copy.
spiked.
The southernmost.
Segment.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Saber's fired one.
Fly targeting SA6 the most northern one.
I'll fire another towel at that.
Yeah, up to it. Those things we've shot at them, these guys here, viewers, this is not radiation based, but he can shoot it down with his SA-10 if it's within parameters, which it may or may not be. Where's the SA-10? It's
rifle.
about there. That's not rifle, that's a Magnum. And you should also say what you fired at, so we know, Fly. Alright guys, I'm going to go for the eastmost SA-6 coupe. It's in my footprint. It's a decent PMG.
Hang off, Cap. I think there's already a
Roger.
JSOL going for it.
Cancelling the mission. Don't get too close to Damascus. Don't get greedy, guys. I'm not saying you are at the moment, but just general advice. My harm has disappeared, so it's either killed something or been shot down. Again, we don't know.
Cannonball's JSOL's on the target.
Roger. Yeah, he turned that one off for a minute, and therefore it killed my harm. But Jason, it's not going to hit. It's going weird.
I think my SA6 is away.
Oh, it's fired. Something's being fired at us. Who's getting shot?
I've got a spike, but I'm cold aspect, so it'd be a horrible target.
Busy watching these submunitions. Go on, go on. Yeah! Right, one of us is under fire, FYI. I suppose that's cheating. I shouldn't really know that. Oh, yes, I can see it there. Not me.
Yeah, Cab, I can report I have destroyed an SA6. I think it's worked down there.
All right. Poosh, we are taking you to pieces. At least one SA6 down. We've got no way of knowing how many and which ones we've killed, viewers. Loads of emitters going up now. I'm going for the middle.
How are we doing on this SA6 that's between you and me?
Oh, that one's dead, Fire.
Close.
That one's dead.
That one's dead. Okay.
That's the one we just shot.
Okay, just verifying. It's still showing up on my screen for right now. But it'll refresh.
Well, I'm actually looking at it visually and I do not see any smoke there. Maybe it's not dead. I don't know. Maybe shoot at it if it's an emitter. Guys, Jesus, a missile went right by me. Cap is firing. Magnum on middle SA6. Now, another one's just opened up near us. He's just turned one on. I'm getting out of here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Magnum on that SA6.
Roger, don't be there.
I have an eye on it. If you don't hit, I give her one.
Countermeasures aren't working. Didn't set them up. Yes, I did. No.
SA-15's on.
SA-15's is turned on. He's trying to kill us. Alright, when countermeasures not working. There we go.
Alright, check SA6.
I'm going to have a look. I need to make a video at the end of the day, viewers,
Yep.
so I need to cheat a bit.
Heading towards Damascus through the southern route.
There is Damascus there. Alright, but who's fired up? Oh, it's my harm. My harm's going on the SA-6 nearest Damascus airfield. Is he going to turn it off? Remember, it takes time. It takes tens of seconds to turn them off, or some amount of time. So it's not as easy for Poosh as you would think.
Right. I'm sending a Magnum at that SA-15.
Absolutely, Simba.
Okay.
Yep, get it done.
I take a shot on that middle SA6 that just popped up.
I've done a long bomb on it, and I think he's beating it. I think my Magnum's going to space.
Spike SA5.
Oh, yeah, don't get shot by that. It's a real killer.
It may be going for whoever's up in there in cons. It may be just over splash.
Matrix, you're right in the middle of the field, very high.
I know.
Right, he's forgotten to turn this system off. I'm going to get it.
And Maverick on a northern SA6.
Maverick?
Cold.
Nice. Oh, you mean Magnum. Smashed everyone today. Ah, he beat it by turning the radar off. Damn you, Poosh.
I'm now out of weapons. I could do some weaseling
Yes,
or
you weasel. You will weasel, yeah. At the moment, I don't want to RTB.
I got target coordinates on
Right, Simba.
Clam Shell.
Use it. Yeah,
within
great.
range.
Right. Okay, he's just beaten mine and yours harms, Fly, by turning the systems off frustratingly. Perhaps turning back into combat.
2 decoys away.
I will make sure he leaves the radars on.
You be a nice, big, lovely, chunky decoy, please, Fly.
2 JSOLs out.
Nice, Simba. Hopefully they work. We'll try and do it without rearming, guys, because that's more
Smoke
cool.
in the air, smoke in the air.
Where is it? Who is it at?
I don't know. I just see it through my targeting pod.
North of Simba, so that's to the northeast. Alright, let's see if Simba's 154.
Hey, missile on me, SA6.
Well done, Flight.
I've got the SA-15 blocked as well
Watch out.
at the airfield.
Now remember, viewers, the SAMs have finite missiles just like we do, so this is a real cat and mouse game.
Yep. It's loud on me. I'm going cold.
Roger, Simba. Simba's been shot at. There it is. Look, shooting at him. Look, there it goes. There's another one out. Someone else is being shot at.
Yeah, another one on me.
Yeah.
Tack for deck.
Checking this.
Magnum SA6.
Another harm beaten. Very frustrating, viewers.
Okay, missile defeated.
Which SA6? Yes, I see you.
Should be the middle one.
That's the one he keeps turning on and off. Oh, he got it! He got it! You're 5 miles away from it. He got it before he had time to turn it off. Well done, Fire. That one was a real pain in the butt for us. How are your J-Sows doing, Simba?
Looks like they might have overshot.
No, they're not. The terminal. I'm doing a little titchy bit of cheating. Their terminal. He hasn't spotted him. He hasn't spotted him. He has. He's turned the radar off. Look, he turned the radar off, but... Oh, no, he hasn't. Doesn't matter. We wouldn't know if it was off or off, on or off viewers. It would still spin, even if it's not energized.
Everybody keep an eye on your fuel.
Spike SA10.
All right.
I got a launch on me from the 10.
Okay. Drop tanks.
SA-10's been problematic, viewers.
There we go. Damage on track radar.
Simba!
Oh, destroyed.
That was a
Nice,
search.
just went silent.
It was a search, but the track is still up. The track is still up, guys. It can still fight.
It's
I think.
heavily damaged.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The other one's just hit. All right. We can probably suggest the SA-10 is out of action now, guys. Possibly start mopping up. The Gammon doesn't seem to have done anything, which works for me.
Being tracked by an SA6.
I got it. Magnum.
I get constantly shot, but I'm still defeating missiles.
Okay, Fire's in there doing close shots where it's still traveling Mark 4 seems to be the way to kill them. Because Pooch doesn't have time to react. Coop's firing.
Saber and Maverick. Saber.
Shot fire! He didn't have time to turn it off. Well done.
Matrix has 3 decoys remaining. Advise where you want them.
I believe I have SA on the SA5.
Put them over Damascus. Medium level to allow them to drain SA-15s. Sorry, say again, Simba.
I've got the SA5 locked up. I'm climbing and getting speed to send J-Sals at it.
Yeah, fine. Take it out of the equation. He's not made good use of it, to be honest, today.
Yeah, I'm on the way to Damascus.
More harm's going out. It's a slow shot, and he may get... Oh, what was that harm at? An SA-15?
Saber got one out on the 15.
There's a good chance he'll forget to turn them off because they're small units, and he probably won't be concentrating on them, but we'll see.
Torso are a pain in the ass anyways.
Yeah, they're a bit bitchy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're ideal to launch the decoys at because they can shoot things down pretty easily.
2 J-Sals away.
At...
Missile on me.
At the SA5.
Yep. Smoke in the air, guys. Just want to make sure this SA-15 hits. What's firing? That's firing, viewers. I tried to shoot this missile down and failed. Ha ha ha! Well done, Saber.
Matrix Winchester.
Are you kidding me? It missed by about 20 feet. Why did that happen? Right, I better start doing something useful, viewers. SA-15 seemed to be the flavour of the day.
Arm out on SA-15 at Damascus.
Cap duplicating.
Could you describe which one you shot at?
For me, both eastmost for me.
Say 15 on me.
Okay.
The Sims only got guns.
Well done, Fly. You are allowing our missiles to get through by wild weaseling. Don't die. See what he's
Working
doing?
on it.
He's tying their track radar up, viewers, while we slam them from the side.
My target looks like it should be west of Damascus.
Good hit, someone. Well done. Oh, it was me. I don't know why I'm so surprised. Well done, Fly. You're allowing to get our missiles. Oh, the Coop's just fired. The Coop's just fired. They've turned him on the last second. Someone's under it.
3 decoys on the way into Damascus from the west.
Oh, it's right next to me.
I got the SA6 in my targeting pod. I'm gonna
Shoot it.
J-Sow on it.
I'm going in for guns.
J-Sow away.
Fuck, how do I do this?
SMS page in...
I got it.
IADS.
Hide from this push. Just turn it off again.
Saber Magnum SA6.
Roger that.
Fire Magnum, last one for SA-15.
Alright, I'm gonna go after the one that I see smoke.
Roger up. I just pacified an SA-6.
Yep.
You doing
Same
your thing,
one I
Fly?
just shot on, so.
Roger up.
Yeah, I'm
Better be
doing my
safe
thing.
than sorry.
Right in front of the airport.
Saber
Missile.
Winchester going in.
Visual missile. Oh, I exploded right above you. Anyone in the magazine size of an SA-15? Right, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Only one SA-15 left, guys.
Missile out, missile out.
Yep, it's on me. I'm dead.
Oh no, has anyone got any harms?
Got some harms. Negative.
Missile on me.
Alright.
Going after the 15 with guns.
Alright, it's got a magazine of 8 missiles, 5 miles range. Oh god. Do not aggress from the airfield. You will get hit by man pads. Aggress from away from the airfield. Missile, missile, missile. Smoke in the air.
I did a thing.
Oh, fine!
I'm still alive, but I scrubbed away my clever pod.
Alright, continue to be alive.
Good kill on a cub cat.
Yep.
Round and scrub away the clever pod. Oh no, my engine is dead.
Be a decoy to the end.
Oh, there goes the SA-5.
Nice.
I mean, Cap, if you see my bottom, you see why my engine is dead.
Roger, busy. Oh my god, what got hit by manpad, you son of a bitch. I hate manpad. I've got to go and crash land somewhere. Someone's got to take over the SA-15.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I believe it's Winchester.
I was on it.
Ah, Matrix is out.
I'm heading south. Plugging up. Maybe not.
Wing fell off. Ah! Come on, one more SA-15. The problem is we're out of munitions, viewers. Any chance of you landing on that SA-15? I know we've done it, Simba. I know we've done it, but let's just for the lols, let's try and finish it.
Oh, this will not be a nice landing.
I like
for
missions
me.
like this where we've got nothing left and we have to try and manufacture a way of destroying it.
Sabers on the deck, burning after the 15 with guns.
Yeah, do it. It's a real bitch. Now the problem is getting to it. The manpads are lethal.
Fire Dad's making a good run.
Engine off, fire. Engine off. You're going to get shot. Why would you burn into it? Crap.
Oh, so close to my body.
Yes, you were. Right, come on. Someone's got to take it down. Right, speed up now, then go idle power and put flares out. You'll be fine.
Cannonball, you got like 2 arms.
Yeah, why don't you use those harms?
Yeah, I do.
Flare, 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 flare. Engine off, engine off, engine off, engine off. Safe. Shots!
Poor Dad.
Alright. Guys, bearing in mind the manpads have only got 3 shots, someone go land on Damascus runway for the lols. Make sure you do it with idle power and flaring. Viewers, obviously...
All the Thor's dead?
Yes. Viewers, to debrief, we did really well. Obviously, we stayed around to do silly buggers at the end. That's why we got shot down. But the vast majority of it, we did properly, and we actually did pretty well. We did a mixture of anti-radiation, hassling of the systems, and we also did INS GPS attacks. I guess we just kind of overwhelmed him at the end of the day. Most of the killing was probably done by the INS GPS weapons, and some got through with the harms. I noticed Push could dodge our harms pretty easily if we fired them from long range, but if we fired them at just a couple of miles range, he didn't really have time to react. So that's probably how we got the harm kills. Push, what was it like from your point of view?
A little bit easier to work than I thought. So my idea was just to shut off all the frontline SAMs and leave the long ones on, and then just try to waste you guys on as far as your harms go.
Yeah.
But it looked like the harms were pretty effective against the radars on the SA-6s. What I should have done is just turned off all my SA-15s at the field and then turned them on one at a time. It would have made it a little bit harder for you guys, I think, because they were very effective.
Yeah, live and learn. And we got shot at plenty of times by Push. You must have shot. I didn't have the scoreboard on today because it's a bit cheaty. And I did do a bit of cheating. The viewers saw me doing a little bit of looking, but not hugely. Yeah, you shot at us with plenty of SA-10s. You shot at us with plenty of SA-6s, a bunch of SA-15s. But we did pretty well. And like I said, we just sort of messed around at the end there. Good landing. I thought it was good fun. And it was definitely different than fighting vanilla DCS, in which case all of those emitters would be on and we would just shoot them at long range. To be honest, that gets a bit boring. With the guy manufacturing difficulty for us by turning them off and on, I actually found that quite fun, viewers. So that was good. My guys.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun going up against radars that would shut on and off. It was, it made it a lot more difficult.
I watched plenty of harms getting scratched by that.
We got within about 3 or 4 miles of the radar, radar. If I turned it off, it would still track in on it. Beyond that, if I turned it off, they would go ballistic or not hit the radar.
Really good point by Poosh. So he has to turn them off before they get into their sort of terminal phase. That's not technically correct, but if he lets them get too close and then turns it off, they'll still hit because of their, I don't know how it works, but you guys probably know more than me. So that's a really good point by Poosh, yeah.
Were the decoys effective?
Decoys?
Well, he doesn't know they were decoys. He just saw a thing. So
yeah, I just see objects. I can click on the object, but it won't tell me what it is.
Right. So
okay.
Pretty sure some of you guys had something other than harms coming in.
Yes, we had all sorts.
House.
Yeah.
I noticed a 3-shot spread out of Matrix. Is kind of shotgunned. They're all going in different directions. I was kind of wondering what that was.
Yep.
But that apparently would be the decoys. I'm going out.
Another difficulty for Poosh is he doesn't know what's being fired. All he knows is the location and speed of the thing being shot, as they would do in real life by their radar. And he has to make an assessment. Is that a harm? Is that a J-cell? Is that a decoy? So, this constant cat and mouse development is really interesting.
When I start to do the wild weasel, do you turn off your radar so because must be an harm incoming, or you leave them on to hit me?
By that time, the only SA6 that had a radar still working was the one north of the field. So the other ones are being launched by their tells, I guess, if they were coming out. And then he had a couple of SA-15s launch on it. I thought they were going to get you, but they didn't.
Yeah, I drained them pretty good. I also learned that a good amount of gravel in your engine is not that good for your engine.
Yeah, so it also showed the beauty of Wild Weasel, even against, well, they're not modern SAMs, but a modern SAM system. So yeah, a lot of dynamics at play here. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did. And bye-bye.